Hey, everyone. We got some basketball. We got some hockey. Guess what else we got? We got some baseball. Let's go.
And it will continue to be pushed around.
Who I think the three best offensive linemen.
Are we talking head coach? Are we talking GM?
Big shout out to homeboy JT Tracy.
They haven't beat anybody good.
We don't buy jerseys anymore.
I'm Green Bay, so I hate both of them.
That's to really make the
Hey.
Yo, it's Wednesday, our backup day. So since we weren't live yesterday, you know we're live today on the Real Fresh channel. Also College Sportscast on Facebook. What's up? 99 cents. Alfred, Big Luke, what's up, man?
Not much, man. I couldn't help during that intro, which I always screw up. The phone rang, and so I happened to look at the phone. For Christ's sake. Well, I said that's not important right now. This is important right now. I'm sorry.
People need us. The people need us.
Viewers.
What were you doing in the sun?
Just was in it, I think.
I obviously was not in it, but you know.
No, you've been in it recently. You're a night shift guy now, so
ghost shift guy.
You should sleep out on the lawn someday and just
god,
naked.
Back.
Don't be naked now.
Yeah, we got let's see, 3 big sports here. We got the NBA Finals. Game 6 is tomorrow night. There's also a trade there. The Grizzlies had made a big trade. We also know the Stanley Cup champions. We also are looking at the Rangers trading Kreider. And then we'll wrap it up with some baseball. We got a little Rafael, a little Shohei Ohtani. So it's all on deck.
Cool.
Let's get to the NBA here, man. The Thunder and the Pacers. So like I said, Game 6 tomorrow. OKC up 3-2. All right. The Pacers, in my opinion, have already won. I mean, you've got to, like, I believe the Thunder covered the spread like once or twice. Twice, I think. So for games, right? That's pretty good. That's pretty good for the Pacers.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pacers who were getting swept in most predictions.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Now, Tyrese Halliburton is a little bit of a concern. But then again, it is the Pacers who've been proving me wrong all season. What are you seeing?
Man, it's hard to predict with this series, but you're right. The Pacers are coming to play. Here's my math on this one. We got 2 games left with the Thunder up 3-2. The Thunder will win one of these games, and I think it's going to be the next one, but I have no idea why, because you can't really predict what's going to happen in this series. I do like there's guys stepping up, like Wiggins stepped up one game. Jalen Williams stepped up with 40 last game. Game 5.
They're deep.
What? For the Thunder?
They're deep team.
Oh, deep, yeah. So who's going to be this time? It's always going to be Shea, and we obviously expect Chet to do his thing. Maybe Case and Wallace. Who knows, right? Or Dort goes off somehow. I think they have enough to get it done. I have no idea which game. I'm predicting Game 6, but you never know, right? It's a hard series to figure out. Same with a series we're going to talk about in a little bit. There's just too much there, and I do like that the Thunder have been, or the Pacers have been competitive. It's pushing the Thunder, and the Thunder are showing up.
It's already been a better series than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's 2 wins for the Pacers is I think I predicted 5 for this series.
Yeah,
right?
I went 4 and you went 5.
yeah. So 2 wins is almost it's already a feather in the cap, right? Like now, who's going to be next game for the Thunder? And I think it should be a wrap, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, I'm going to pick a wrap Game 6 just because
we got to pick.
I don't even know why. Because the season's supposed to be over already. I don't know why, but
I know it's hard to pick. Hard to know what this Pacers team is doing or going to do. Well, I kind of know what they're going to do on the court, but like who's going to step up for them? So it's hard to figure out a little bit. But I'm still going with what I've been saying: the depth of the Thunder and the defense of the Thunder, and being led by Shea, and you got some nice other options as offensive guys out there. That should get it done. That's all I got.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with you. I'm going to go Thunder in 6, but the Pacers, props to the Pacers.
Props to the Pacers. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can. I mean, they need one superstar to really be better than the Thunder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't think they have that, but they have enough to win.
It's really good, but they lack that number one.
Yeah, they definitely do. I agree. I agree 100%. I'll go game 6 with you. I think they should be able to wrap it up in game 6, but you never know.
Sure. I agree. Let's move on to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies trade Desmond Bane. Where's my notes? Here we go. So on Sunday, in a deal that sent Contavious Caldwell Pope, Cole Anthony, and 4 first-round draft picks to the Grizzlies, one this year, another in 2026, 2028, on 2030. The deal also included the option for a pick swap in 2029. So for me, I feel the Grizzlies, I don't know how most people feel about this, I feel the Grizzlies murdered this deal. I mean, 3 players and basically a first-round pick every year for the next 5 years. I mean, what do you see?
Yeah, okay. Just start with Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane's a very good player and excellent shooter.
Yeah.
I do think
points per game last season.
Yeah, solid 3-point shooter too. I think it's a good addition for the Magic for sure to go with Banchero and Wagner and Suggs, I guess. And I do like it in terms of it makes the roster better. You didn't give away a ton in Caldwell Pope and Cole Anthony. It wasn't not exactly giving up a ton of current players. The 4 first-round picks
is ridiculous.
Yeah, and then a potential pick swap in 2029, which we'll figure out at another point. I was reading about it, I'm like, okay. But 4 first-round picks.
They're out of the draft for like 6 years now.
Yeah, crazy. And so, but I don't know what the Grizzlies are doing either. Like the Grizzlies have John Morant, who's, I guess we'll call it in his prime, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Are they building around Ja?
I think Ja wants out.
Yeah, maybe Ja wants out, and maybe they feel like they have to go and re-up with a new team, right? And Zach Edey team. I don't know. I just think it's a interesting move. They must be blowing it up, even though they won 50 games, I believe, last year. Maybe they just decided they don't have enough to get over that hump. And I think it's a great trade for them. Yeah, if I know that, and no, they're not going to build. Sorry, they're built around Jackson, not ED. My bad. I'm going Canadian there. But my thing is, 4 first-round picks is a lot for a guy who's a very good player, and he helps that Magic team immediately. I just don't know what the long-term plan is with the Magic, and I'm guessing the long-term plan for the Grizzlies is a rebuild involving Ja or not. We'll see. Jaren Jackson Jr. and Zach Edey, some nice big guys there. But if Ja's not there, you're starting from scratch in a lot of ways, right? Jalen Wells, a nice young guy too.
I see Durant getting traded for some pieces as well.
Yeah, I think it's a weird, kind of a weird trade. Interesting though, but
I think it's really weird from the Magic side of things. Like 4 picks just seems a lot for a 19-point game guy.
Yeah, he's a great player. I think he's underrated in a lot of ways, but him, Paolo, and Wagner are not going to lead you to the promised land, right? Like, I'm curious to see what the plan is. Maybe in the offseason when the UFAs hit the market, like we'll see if they have something else in mind, and that might be what they're thinking. I don't know. I'm just guessing, but yeah, I'm guessing the Grizzlies are rebuilding completely. So
it came out of nowhere, and I didn't, expect this trade, but I do like it on the Grizzly side. I mean, they did give up a solid player, but 4 first-rounders, man, would be enough for me to pull the trigger.
No, 100%. And here's the thing: they weren't getting it done with Bane. Like they weren't getting where they had to in the playoffs with Bane. Yeah. So why not see what you can get for him? Great player. I'd take him.
And Ja's been more of a headache than I expected. I'm pretty certain.
Ja's with his pretend gangster stuff that's getting old. I'm sure it's getting old for the organization when he grew up in a upper middle class family and he just wants to be cool. I'm like, you're cool. You're an NBA player. What's that?
That's like a little correct little ding.
Oh, is that what that was? Oh, retire that immediately. I thought somebody's phone went off. That's a good one.
Yeah, it does sound like someone's phone going off. Yeah, you're right.
Sounds like I get a message. Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. Now.
Yeah, but interesting trade. Kind of interested to see where it goes going forward. I'll say that.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's so long to wait for 2031 to see how this all works out, and then sometimes it'll take a couple of years for those prospects to even see if they pan out or not. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The Magic perhaps could have won this trade, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry, the other way around. I mean, the other way
around.
Yeah.
It's just it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's
I think the Magic might be signing somebody. Is my guess.
I think you're right, and I think they're going to trade Morant and completely tear it down. So I think both things are going to happen. There's more to come this offseason.
Oh, Grizzlies. Yeah, the Grizzlies might do that. I could see that and just start from scratch. They just you can't beat OKC, you can't beat Nuggets, you can't beat probably Rockets now going forward. So
yeah, it's time to recycle.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck.
And I mean, they're starting from a pretty good scratch. Like they're getting those primo ingredients,
100%, man. I like the few guys I'm thinking of that they're pretty solid. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Give them a couple of years for the good teams on the up to come down and for them to start going up. A couple of years.
Yeah, I'd say so.
We are going to talk some NHL as College Sportscast was talking about Panthers back to back. We're going to get right to that. Shout out Joe, who was in the house as well. Sports and shit. What's up? Before we get to the NHL, I just want everyone to use our BetUS gambling link below. 125% deposit bonus up to 3 times. Use it. It also supports your boys on the show. BetUS link in the description. Use it. Bet it. Yeah. All right.
Do it now.
That's my live ad read. Let's go to the phone. Let's go to the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Good one. I liked it.
Yeah. All right. Good.
You did the trick.
Hopefully that you've been using your deposit bonus all along the playoffs, cause. Yeah, man. The Florida Panthers wrapped up their back-to-back Stanley Cup wins, 4-2 over the Edmonton Oilers. Now, both of us had 7 games, so 6 games we almost had it. Edmonton had no answer, in my opinion, for the true championship pedigree of the Panthers. They lost big in the turnovers, controlling the middle of the ice. They were really sloppy. The Panthers, to me, look better coached, especially in the fighting for the puck on the board type of situations. They would cycle the players. I don't know how to say this well without a video example, but they would cycle the players a lot better in those battles on the boards, whereas Edmonton would send 2 guys in, and then they would have no one covering the middle, and it bit them every game. Not to mention their turnovers, led to the Panthers getting to their bad goaltending. Neither goalie above 900 save percentage. So, I mean, it's the Oilers to me had no chance, man. What do you think?
Yeah, no, the Oilers did look like they had a chance at one point, especially with the comeback from down 3-0 in game 4.
It's the goaltending and the turnovers for me, man.
But oh my God, yes, exactly. I had a hard time when Stuart Skinner took that shot. Somebody threw it at the net, and then he went and hit it with his blocker, and he just fell. And who was that? He scored. It was easiest goal he's going to have. And I didn't know what he was doing. I think it was like a brain fart on Skinner's part.
He had a couple.
But honestly, who are you going to go to? Pickard? You're going to go to Skinner? It didn't matter, I don't think. I think Florida was too good, and they pulled away. It was a bit of a war of attrition at first, and then they pulled away and showed who they are. And that organization is run really well and coached really well, and we can't forget about Paul Maurice and the job he does. And
the way they would send in one player, and it didn't matter if it was the defenseman or the forward, the next guy would cycle back to his spot, and everyone knew exactly right where they were supposed to be. And Edmonton's a really talented team. They're really entertaining, but they lacked that. If that guy goes to place A, then player B needs to go to place B type thing. And I find that's where they really lack the championship edge.
I hear you. The thing is with a franchise like that is turning into a dynasty, potentially could become a dynasty, that another cup, is discipline. And they are disciplined and they're smart on the ice. You know, certain guys that drive you up the wall on that team, and they know how to do it. They know how to push your buttons, and they can also come up with timely goals and great plays. And I'll say congrats to Bobrovsky. Got it done at the end of the day, right? Another Stanley Cup championship for him, right? Yeah, he looks like he's 58 years old from the deepest parts of Russia.
But he's always calm in there. He's always a calming presence.
He puts out a cigarette, flex it, and hops on the ice, and away he goes, right? Like, he's got so boys. All right. It's probably he might do that. Who knows?
Shout out our Canadian boy, Sam Bennett. What did he win?
Yeah. Great player.
Our Canadian brethren.
I do. Sam Reinhart with that 4-goal game last night.
Can we stop putting him in the same conversation as like Gretzky with the best 4 goals? He had 2 goals, okay? He had 2 goals.
Yeah, he had 2 empty netters. Yeah.
Stop comparing him to Wayne Gretzky. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. But I do like Reinhardt. He's probably not a future Hall of Famer unless he keeps going for like 7-8 more years like this, right? But good play. I'm happy for him. He's really kind of panned out. It took him a few years to figure it out in the NHL because he was a highly touted prospect and didn't totally figure it out in previous stops, but he got it done in Florida. So good on him. I do have one thing to say about this, though. We have Sam Bennett, who we talked about becoming a UFA.
They have a lot of pieces going around here, but yeah, go ahead.
Aaron Ekblad, who I think they'll be able to retain. I think Sam Bennett's walking because he's going to get paid too much. Aaron Ekblad, I think they're going to be able to retain. He had the PED suspension. He also has injuries, but I think he wants to be there. I think they want him there. Brad Marchand's probably gone too, but they'll replace that.
That's hard to replace.
Yeah, that's hard to replace. He played amazing. But I think there's something in the works.
That's the best third line in the league.
That was awesome. Yeah, and I'm happy for him. And then Nate Schmidt, defenseman who really turned it on this year. I think he was like minimum league contract, and he was very good with Las Vegas for a number of years. And they could bring him back for a fairly cheap cost and a little bit more than $800,000 or whatever. They got work to do, but I think Ekblad and Schmidt on the back of the blue line will be there. They probably will have to figure out how to replace Bennett and Marchand for sure. Just want to mention that the UFAs that stood out to me there.
I mean, when you start with Bobrovsky and then you work your way out, man, it's all gold.
Yeah.
Now, I would also say, I would call them a dynasty already. I kind of hear in your tone like maybe you're not ready to say that.
Yeah, it's pretty close, especially in this day and age, because we counted the Lightning as a dynasty pretty much when they won back-to-back, right? And 3
of 4. 3 of 5, and it's 3 of 3. Yeah. Making it like they've made it the last 3 years, winning the last 2. I don't know, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's up there. It's definitely up there, right? And we can't in the NFL we say the Chiefs are a dynasty, and they didn't win 3 straight. You know what I mean? Like they won.
I'll say it.
Yeah, they're a dynasty, 100%. Florida, okay, I'm cool with it. I think.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a team that if you don't think they're a dynasty, I think they will become one. I think this next year they're going to do it again.
I think for those who don't think that they're a dynasty, it's only going to take one more Stanley Cup appearance, but then it's going to be their dynasty is going to be over, and you didn't enjoy it. They're a dynasty now. Just enjoy it now.
Honestly, it's
why do you need to wait till after it's over to call it a dynasty? I don't know.
That's how we do it, though. That's how it works, right? But I'm okay watching it now and calling it a good team. So, is what it is. Yeah. Is what it is.
Stanley Cup. Shout out Florida, Edmonton. Got to feel bad for Edmonton fans, but
maybe next year, Rob.
They've got to put more investment to the back end there, man.
Yeah, 100% they do. 110% they do, and they obviously have some UFAs that are, looking for money, obviously.
Yeah.
So we'll see, but they do. They have a lot more work to do than Florida does for sure. So we'll see if they can get it done, right?
McDavid just had that look on his face, like I am, like when he was going to lose, man. That game 6, like, oh, I feel bad for the kid.
I heard he's signing with the St. Louis Blues.
yeah, Red Wings.
Or the Red Wings. Oh, he looked cool in either jersey, though.
Oh, man. Get Larkin out of there. We'll get McDavid in. That's okay.
Poor Dylan. He skates like the wind.
Yeah, but, he doesn't skate like McDavid. No, he's a good player. I don't want to get rid of him. I don't want to give anyone that idea.
No, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's one of the pieces like Lucas Raymond. There's good guys there, right? Mort Sider. Detroit's on the way.
So
not
they
yet.
say.
Not yet.
Well, they say. They've been saying that for a couple of years, but I haven't bought in yet.
Yeah, I haven't bought in yet either. Billy Husso didn't have been that guy, so.
Yeah.
I predicted that and predicted it terribly wrong. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had high hopes, but it did not work out.
No.
One more piece of NHL news to talk about here. Chris Kreider traded to the Anaheim Ducks by the New York Rangers last Thursday. So the Rangers received forward prospect Kerry Tarrant and a third-round pick in the 25 draft. New York also sent a fourth-round pick in the same draft to Anaheim. So originally the Ducks were on Kreider's 15-team no-trade list, so he had a 15-team list. But then after some time, he redid the list and put Anaheim on there, I guess. Seems like probably is because he had a lot of ex-teammates on that team.
Yeah, I don't know.
They still don't seem like a contender to me.
No.
But he joins
the Rangers.
Like
who are the teammates? Jacob Trouba,
Ryan Strome.
Oh, Strome.
I'm gonna mispronounce this one. Frank Vatrona.
Vatrano, yeah.
I mean, I still don't see them. Kreider, good career in New York, 582 points, but I just don't see the Ducks turning around anytime.
No, I think I feel like they kind of brought him in as like a veteran leader, even though they have a few veteran leaders here, guys who could potentially be that, who could still play hockey, because they do have some nice, young guys with Terry and Mason McTavish and what's his face, Trevor Zegras, good guys float around. Maybe they're bringing them in for them, but they're not contenders. I don't actually really get the move when I think about it. There must have been something else to it besides this Rangers connection. I just
get it especially from Kreider's side.
Yeah, no, from Kreider's side especially. And you know what? We had that 150 goal a year with Kreider, but he's typically going to be a guy who's going to float around 25 goals. So, decent numbers, but that's the guy you're going to get. And I think it's a combination. It'll be a combination of, that's my phone. I think it'll be a combination of what is going on?
You're on call. You gotta go.
Yeah, no, okay, buddy. And it's just one of those interesting moves. I didn't quite get it. I don't think it was the former teammates connection, but you never know. Maybe I didn't look this up because I didn't really care that much. But where's Chris Kreider from? Is he from California? He's American.
Yeah, I
don't know. Maybe he's from there. I don't know. I know he's American, but yeah. He's okay. So he wanted to move away from that. Maybe he just had a kid and say, I'm mailing. I don't know.
Weird.
I don't
know what I don't know what the teams think. I don't know what the player thinks. It doesn't seem to be the most beneficial move either way.
No, it's an interesting move. It's kind of like interesting. By interesting, I mean weird. But definitely worth bringing up because it's Chris Kreider. But I think they brought him in for 25, 30 goals possibly and some veteran leadership.
I think they're a better team.
And that's it. And it's they're going to be fighting for that 8th spot. I don't know.
They're a little bit better, I guess. Not a little bit. Monumental.
Tiny bit better. Yeah, a tiny bit better. It's an interesting move. I don't know what to make of it. From what I read and saw and everything, I still don't know what to make of it. So
yeah, and I was looking at it too, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of it. but I do know what to make of my water. I take the Dubby Energy, I pour it in, and you can get 10% off. Check it out.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, jitters, and all that BS.
Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
Dubby. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, Dubby.
Anytime. You need that caffeine, and you need to use it with our BetUS link below. All right, that's our 2 plugs of the show.
I like it. Great plugs.
Let's plug. I don't know if you call this a plug. Let's talk. Shohei Ohtani back on the mound, baby. And I'm looking online. There seems to be a splitting of opinions, and I did not get your opinion pre-show, so I'm very interested. So, yeah, back to the mound. He threw 28 pitches, 16 strikes. He hit over 100 miles per hour, 100.2 miles per hour with his four-seamer, and it was actually sitting around 98, 99. And then after that inning, he went and led off the bottom of the first, which was really cool to see. The first time a pitcher has pitched in the first inning and then led off since 1968. So certainly Ohtani always brings little tidbits of history along the way.
He does.
All right, so I'm hearing a lot of you shouldn't pitch him. You don't need to. It's too risky. Why risk such a powerful bat? I'm on the total opposite side of that argument. This is what this guy does. This is what he wants to do. This is what you're paying him to do. This was the plan the whole time. Why would you want to take away, like, you never worry about anyone else being injured on the mound? Let him do what he does. He's proven to be a unicorn. Let him be the unicorn that he is. That's my opinion. I might be in the minority. What's your side of it?
I don't disagree with your opinion. I hear what you're saying, where they did bring him over to do both. And that was the appeal of bringing him over from Japan, was that he could pitch and hit and do both really well, right? And after some injuries early in his major league career, he figured it out. And then got injured as a pitcher. I do hear what the naysayers are saying, that, like, why risk an injury that could potentially make him not even be able to hit in field, right? You know what I mean? Like, I do hear that. I do hear that completely. But I'm also with you on the fact that he is a potential, like, ace on some teams, right? And he's a guy who can be an all-star pitcher without hitting. Here's my thing. That's kind of an hour. It's the thing that got me over the hump with this one. The Dodgers pitching staff is a goddamn mess in terms of, like, injuries. How many guys on the pitching staff are on the IL? 15 at one point?
Yeah, I mean, they have like 10 all-star pitchers, but
yeah, but they're all injured.
Yeah,
like, Yamamoto's pitching well as of his last start, I believe. But I do say, hey, let's go for it. Right now, it makes sense completely. I do worry every time he's on the mound. I worry about him with an injury that prevents him from hitting. Sometimes you can get injuries when you're a pitcher that maybe aren't going to affect your hitting, but more often than not, I assume it would, right? You're injured, right? You're whatever it is you can't move it like you should, right? I don't know how to explain it. I am super torn on this, and I actually kind of want to talk about this because I'm like, I hear what the people are saying who don't want him to pitch, but then also hear what you and other people are saying that you do want him to pitch. I get both sides. I 100% get both sides, so I'm going to call it a draw.
Draws are for soccer, and no one likes soccer. Listen.
Soccer is wonderful. It's a beautiful sport to watch. We've never talked about soccer. That's most people talk about soccer. It's right there. Football.
Honestly, football. Yeah. For the 5% chance that he's going to injure himself on the mound, give me my 1A pitcher. Let's go. Every week, you're going to get this monster, this Japanese unicorn. Every week, it's going to be like something special to see. I'm just making 5% up, but there is, like, the chance of him getting injured is so slim. It's worth
it's heightened.
An ace pitcher.
It's heightened as a pitcher, though, for sure. Injuries happen. Okay, how about this? We'll make a deal with Shohei. We'll say, you can pitch this time. We'll see how long you go. Next injury you have, you're done. You're shelved as a pitcher. You're just going to be a hitter because we're now talking to a guy who's getting older at that point, right?
Yeah, if he gets injured again, sure. But, I mean, right now he's throwing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, 102 miles an hour. Nothing wrong with that as long as he has something else with it.
The best DH in the league.
Here's the thing. I'm torn on it. I hear both sides completely. But one thing is for sure, I'll cheer for him.
I'll cheer for him as well. I mean, everything he's doing, there's so little things left to do in baseball that when you can come up with new pieces of history, you just got to do it.
Yeah, I know. I get that. And I think the story is really cool. And I did think that like once he came over, and it was disappointing at first because he was injured and not figuring it out. And then once he did, I'm like, this is pretty cool to watch. I know.
He came over, needed the Tommy John, I believe, and everyone was like, oh, no, we can't pitch. And now he's pitching and everyone wants him to stop.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear both sides.
You just can't please people, man.
No, and that's how it works. That's how life works.
And that kind of goes with the next piece of news and my final piece for the show here. Moving over to the Red Sox, who have traded Rafael Devers over to the San Francisco Giants on Sunday. San Francisco sent right-hander Jordan Hicks. I don't mind Jordan Hicks, a little inflated ERA this year. Kyle Harrison, and then a couple prospects as well. Outfielder James Tibbs, and minor league righty Jose
Bello, yeah.
All right, now I see a lot of butthurt, Red Sox fans out there complaining about the return. I gotta say, and maybe my calling them butthurt kind of gave it away. I think you guys got more than you could have asked for from an outsider looking in. He's reportedly locker room poison. Wouldn't play various positions despite a $313 million contract. He wouldn't even go up play first base or whatever it was, third base. Whiny little baby. You give me $300 million, I will play catcher and pitcher in the same game. You got as much as you could have got back for a locker room poison with zero leverage. Don't forget you had zero leverage. Now you traded him to the other side, to the NL. You got 4 players. I think they did pretty good.
I think it's not a terrible trade. I really don't. San Francisco got the best player, obviously, in all this, in Devers. Devers is a beast. I would take him in Toronto in 2 seconds. I'm just hearing more and more about this locker room stuff. I know there's been stories with not wanting to switch positions, all this crap before. You were locked into $330 million contract. I hear you with that, and he hasn't really been injury prone, so he's going to probably play, but like that's a lot of money. It really is. But okay, go back to the Giants. Giants are 41-32 somehow. I'm not quite sure because like Logan Webb's good, Robbie Ray, the Birdsong guy, old Verlander. I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. Is it going to take you to the promised land? They're probably going to have to add somebody in the rotation. But then it was Adames, Jung-Hoo Lee, Ramos, Chapman, their lineup. You add Devers to that, and it's a more legit lineup, 100%. So I think they are going to be a playoff team somehow. I think they'll have to add somebody in the rotation. I'm not a huge fan of that rotation. But I think the Giants could really use a guy like that, a superstar like that in that lineup, especially. I do think it was a good move for them. I do think the Red Sox got a decent haul back, man. Jordan Hicks is a bit of a what do you do with him sort of guy. I know his ERA is pretty high. I think middle relief guy, maybe closer, like stop with the starting stuff. I don't know if that's what he is.
It's always hard when you don't have any leverage.
My thing is Kyle Harrison. Kyle Harrison is now reunited with his pitching coach from San Francisco. With the Red Sox. And Kyle Harrison is a guy who was a big prospect coming up, and he hasn't totally panned out yet. I think he started off injured this year to start the season, so he hasn't totally panned out yet, but he has potential. And if he works out, this looks a little better. James Tibbs is the number 4 prospect. Solid prospect. We'll see. And I don't know anything about Bello, obviously, but it's you dump that big contract. Now, mind you, it leaves a huge hole in your lineup. I get that. I totally get that. But maybe it was just so much of an issue that you just couldn't not move on from him. I don't know. Like, honestly. Yeah. That's kind of what it sounds like. But I didn't mind the return. Like, I know every Red Sox fan right now is probably
good return.
Yeah, but I just don't know what. I don't know who they would have got from. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't mind it for the Red Sox. I don't mind it for the Red Sox because it felt like I think their hands were tied. It seemed like is what we're hearing now, and I really dig it. If Devers has maybe an attitude change or whatever he needs to do, right? But these bats,
Rosie will smarten them up.
Yeah, Buster Rosie will. It's a great addition for them. I think it's a good ballpark to play in too for Mr. Devers. So I think there's positives on both sides, but for right now, the Giants win it.
I agree. I think it's a good move for them on paper. It's going to make them a more believable playoff team. And, he probably won't be as much of a headache over there, but it does show that, he's not going to be any type of leader, anyone to actually rely on in the locker room. So I actually would say Red Sox fans, just take a deep breath. You didn't want him. He didn't want you. It's okay.
Yeah, fair enough. Who would be the leader that the Giants dugout? Maybe Matt Chapman takes the reins. Who knows, right?
Which is crazy, man, because Matt Chapman was washed when he left here, and now he's back.
Yeah. That's how it works with the Blue Jays. But they're a significantly better team, and for right now, they won this trade, and they were able to eat that contract. And I don't hate it for the Red Sox.
I don't hate it for either side.
But I'm also not a Red Sox fan, so I might hate it if I'm a Red Sox fan. Yeah.
The Giants know what they're getting into. They know the headache.
Exactly.
They are going to use him to fit that hole. So it kind of works out for both sides. Red Sox fans, I think it's okay.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I do too.
Did I miss anything there? That is all over the place. Good stuff. If you were just tuning in to rewind it for the replay, we covered the NBA Finals, the Stanley Cup Finals, and some MLB and other news. Good episode, man.
Hold on, wait. Shout out to Bo. Got my notes.
Oh,
they're gone. Bo and I are the only humans in the world, I believe, that write notes on paper.
Oh, on paper. I was like, Bo Bichette? No, Bo.
Bo Bichette. Bo, our guy Bo.
Our homie Bo.
Yeah.
Football Talk with Bo. Go subscribe,
Exactly.
And we'll also subscribe to the Real Fresh channel, the place to be. Live every week on the Real Fresh channel on College Sportscast. And we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday or Wednesday. Peace, man.
And it will continue to be pushed around.
Who I think the three best offensive linemen.
Are we talking head coach? Are we talking GM?
Big shout out to homeboy JT Tracy.
They haven't beat anybody good. We don't buy jerseys anymore.
I'm Green Bay, so I hate both of them.
Bad to really make